This is the most common variety of shutoff valve. It uses compression fittings, which create a watertight seal by compressing a ring or olive of soft brass. The inlet accommodates a half-inch inner diameter pipe, or half-inch ID. Half-inch ID is the standard size of a branch water supply pipe and comes in rigid copper or PEX. The outlet accommodates a 3/8 inch outer diameter copper or stainless pipe. Outer diameter is primarily used for measuring flexible copper, which is commonly used for refrigerant and natural gas, but it is being phased out of water piping. Compression fittings are not considered airtight, so they should not be used for refrigerant or natural gas, despite their resemblance to flare fittings. Flexible stainless steel is rare, but sometimes used if someone wants an extra fancy toilet. You can also buy PEX supply lines, which might be the most durable option. Half-inch ID is sometimes written as 5/8 inch OD, which factors in a common wall thickness. Flexible braided hose is replacing flexible copper and stainless. These braided hoses have integrated rubber gaskets on the ends and a rubber tube in the core. This rubber has a limited lifespan, but it is almost guaranteed to outlast faucets, toilet fill valves, and the vast majority of water fixtures that they may be attached to. Some people still use flexible copper to supply refrigerators and dishwashers out of concern for the lifespan of the rubber, but flexible copper is never used anymore for faucets or toilets because it can kink and spring a leak if you bump it wrong. I prefer to use braided hose for all applications except water heaters. Although special braided hoses for water heaters are produced, they are a major liability and look unprofessional. Also, try to avoid purchasing multi-turn shutoff valves in favor of quarter-turn shutoff valves. Multi-turn valves are usually 75 cents cheaper than quarter-turn valves, but they don't last as long and can fail at a bad time. Saving 75 cents can cost you a set of cabinets or a lot of drywall. Straight shutoff valves are usually used when water supply pipes are coming up through the floor, while standard angle stops are used when the supply pipes are coming through the wall. These double outlet shutoffs are used for delivering water to both faucets and other kitchen appliances. Dishwashers consume hot water, usually from a braided hose that has 3/8 inch fittings on both ends. Refrigerators consume cold water, usually from a braided hose that has 1/4 inch fittings on both ends. Hots should be on the left and colds should be on the right, so the left-hand fitting would have a double 3/8 inch outlets, while the right-hand fitting would have one 3/8 inch outlet for the faucet and one 1/4 inch outlet for the fridge. There is a little bit of variety in the inlets, although the alternatives to compression style are less popular for a reason. Solder-on shutoffs are soldered directly onto copper pipes. Thread-on style are usually used for threading onto iron supply pipes, but brass fittings are produced that have female iron pipe threads. Both half-inch and 3/8 inch FIP shutoffs are used in residential plumbing, depending on the size of the iron pipe that you need to thread onto. Barbed fittings are for PEX pipes and may require a special expansion tool or crimp tool. There are a variety of crimps, rings, and bands that may also be used depending on their availability and compatibility with the different kinds of PEX. There are 3 different kinds of PEX: PEX A, B, and C. There are also subtypes associated with different brands, and you should double check that you're using the correct tools for the correct PEX type. Many people just use push connect fittings on PEX because they're quick and will work on all PEX types. Push connect fittings, often referred generically to as shark bites, work on both PEX and copper and can be quickly removed with small push rings. I think that they're okay to use, but they look unprofessional. Compression fittings can also be used on PEX, but they probably shouldn't because the PEX isn't hard enough for the olive to compress properly.